Bonjour, Gekenwa Maganeduk. My name is Eric, and I am the instructor for Computer Applications 1, ITECH 100 at Leech Lake Tribal College. If you are watching this video, it is almost certain that you are a member of my class, a student. And this is the main home course page where you'll find basic information and the most important links. This page will evolve and develop and more things will be added, but this is going to be the main course hub where you're going to find the most important things. And I'm going to show you a few features that you're going to want to keep in mind as we move through the semester. First thing, it does have my phone number, which for the purposes of this video will be blurred out. Hopefully I remember to do that. But you'll be able to see it when you go there. So you'll be able to call, text, contact me via those methods. Texting is maybe a better way to start, and then we can like hop into a Zoom or something. If it's the first time you've ever texted me, make sure you identify yourself, be clear, don't say, I have a question about the assignment. And I'm like, I don't know what assignment you're talking about or even who you are. So make sure you identify and use details so that I know exactly how to act on your concern. Okay, so other than that, there's 4 buttons here. The big blue one is maybe the most important one of all. This is how you get to class. You click on that button and it brings you to our Zoom classroom. Click on it, opens up Zoom. If you don't already have Zoom installed, it'll download the Zoom app. And make sure you go ahead and click it before class even starts, like now, like do it now, and then and then make sure that you have the software installed when it works and all that stuff. Because then on the day, and you want to get in there. So basically, my policy is I will open the classroom half an hour ish, 15 to somewhere between 15 and 30 minutes before class starts every day. I'll open the classroom. I won't necessarily be there, but it'll be open. I believe it's set up that you can join before me, but I don't really know how that works, the specific details of it, and frankly, it's not that relevant. So I'll open the classroom before. I won't necessarily be sitting here at this chair, but you'll be able to jump in and have it running while you do whatever. There's a link here. So that's how you get into the classroom. The next one right here is discussion board guidelines. I have that as a button here because the discussion boards are going to be somewhat central to how this class is run. We don't have a face-to-face classroom, so we have to have some way to have in-class discussions, and this is it. Discussions are kind of central to building a class community, and I like this to have kind of that feel. I know that we're not like in a room together, but it is certainly the case that we can develop a sort of certain sense of community as we all participate in these discussions. And to some extent, I'm going to be gatekeeping other material unless you do participate in those discussions, because they're that critical to how the course is gonna work. Talk about technology issues, security, all sorts of things. Your experiences with technology. They're relatively low stakes stuff. I'll go to the first week's module, and then we'll talk more about the discussion board guidelines because they're there too. The course text is also really important. It goes to a textbook that I've been working on. This is its current iteration. It will probably change a little bit throughout the semester, but not a whole lot. This is a total rewrite of the text from last year because we're transitioning to Google Cloud apps as opposed to Microsoft Office as our primary productivity software for this class, and it's a pretty big change. The other link I have here, which you may or may not find useful, is a link to Google Drive, which is, again, kind of the main hub of your Google Apps sort of experience. So, and since we're using Google Apps for this class, this is what you'll need to use to access it. So that'll open up your Google Drive. If you don't have one, it'll bring you to the Google Drive homepage, and you can be prompted to create a Google Drive, which is just as good, creating a Google account. And there will be another video tutorial on how to create a Google account a little bit, I think next week. So the other thing that you'll want to know, and this is really, really important for how the course works and how you're going to be able to navigate around through the course material, is the modules link. So if you click on modules in the left sidebar, this is where you'll find all of your stuff. This is where you'll find all of the course materials. If you ask, you should never have to ask, what did we do this week? Because it's all going to be right here. Everything that we're doing for each week will be in a module that will be titled for the week. You can collapse them. You can expand them. You can explore the material that's in there. This week's module is a little bit more in depth because it's week 1. We're gonna we got a lot of stuff kind of like front loaded here at the beginning, kind of getting everybody on the same page. But you can go through each module kind of step by step. You can see it all at a glance. And later on in the semester, there'll be like 4 or 5 items. Now, this week, there's a lot of stuff, and we're going to do a couple of different slides and things like that. So week 1, the introduction. This video will be posted here on this page. And this is kind of a run through for the week 1 syllabus. I'll also go over this in class, so make sure you read through this and kind of get an idea of what we're going to be doing each week. There'll be an introduction that'll say what the week's stuff is. Here's where I'm going to post here's where I'm going to post that video. This video will be posted on this page. On the next one, this is the first discussion board. Now you have to do this discussion board in order to progress on to the next module. So yeah, this first discussion board will be just an low stakes kind of icebreaker. Just introduce yourself. Low stakes, high reward. You get full points for it just for doing it, and get to know each other a little bit. And this actually gives me a good idea of where everybody's at in the class. What's your name? What's your major? What kind of computer are you using? Because for this course, you're going to need to use something with a non-mobile operating system. Windows, Chromebook, Macintosh will be acceptable. Anything else, and we're going to have problems. So if you don't have that, make sure you let me know. What do you hope to get from the course? And what is one question you have about computers that you'd like an answer to? And we'll try to answer those in class because it's kind of interesting. Remember, your first initial post is due by Wednesday, and you have to reply to at least one classmate by Friday. So, and you just click reply here, and type in a text box, and then that's how you answer. And then hit next. This is sort of a rundown on discussion board guidelines, and I will actually go through this with a little bit of detail. This has kind of been crafted. This needs to be changed to Wednesday at midnight. Your initial post has to be done with a half-point deduction for being late. And then Friday by midnight, you have to reply substantively to at least one other classmate's post. Like, respond for real. Don't, like, one word or one sentence. Like, a couple of sentences at least. And then the discussion board closes on Sunday or Monday. I think Sunday, and then I'll try to post a recap on it on the discussion boards and how they went and highlights and some interesting revelations that we had. The rubric works like this: if you have a strong initial post, you get 2 points, and if you contributed meaningfully to somebody else's post, that's another 2 points. If you post anything at all and it's not like plagiarized or something, you get 1. And if you just reply with one sentence to another classmate, you get 1. If you don't post anything at all, you get 0. So it's actually not too terribly difficult to get the full marks. You just have to be, thoughtful, write a little bit more, have some insight, And let me know if any of this isn't super clear. But these are sort of the guidelines for how to talk on the discussion boards. The readings for this week are basically here in these 2 links. They both link to the text, and we will talk about there's slides that go with these that we'll talk about in class. Here are the slides, which you'll see in here. What is a computer? What is information? And then here's where I'll have recaps and recordings. This is an old version of this video that I will be deleting. So anyway, I hope this is useful to you. Good luck. I'm really excited about this semester, and I look forward to working with you. So we'll see you in class.